honestly, when you read about it, if it's serious, it can take 6 months to heal, and I might not be running. So the first run was even thinking about putting it off till tomorrow, but I've got the Weybridge 10k in 2 weeks. If I want a chance of running, obviously I can't let my fitness drop anymore. So I'm going to stick to the plan, easy 5k, and let's see how it is. So Thursday I went out on it, and straight away I could feel the pain at the bottom of my glute where the hamstring goes in. At the moment, not feeling that pain, which is great, but the leg's still tight, hasn't got a full range of motion, but there's no pain, which is fantastic. So I think it's just a question of continuing with those exercises, building up the strength, and just clearing of hills and speed work, and maybe just cutting my cadence or making my cadence higher, so I'm not overstriding and putting strain on that hamstring. So feels positive. At least I'm back out running with no pain, but definitely not out of the woods. So just going to take it easy for this run, and then let's see how we get on. So a couple of miles done and dusted. Thought I'd just keep it short, so I didn't want to risk it. I think sometimes we expect miracles when we go to chiropractors, you know, that we're going to be able to run full speed the next day, but it pretty much stayed the same the whole run. It's my stride don't feel shorter, it feels tight, but you know, what do you expect? It was injured before, and he's been working on it, you know, putting it around, so that's why he suggested, you know, just a short, easy run. So all I'm going to do the rest of the week is just play it by ear in regards to mileage, keep the runs nice and local, so if I do a longer run, I'm not miles and miles away from home, which is always seems to happen, doesn't it? So how's running going with you? Have you got any niggles? Have you been to the chiropractor lately, or are you just putting your feet up for the rest of the year? Let me know down in the comments. So how's the hamstring today? Well, big improvement since yesterday. My hamstring seems to have loosened up, so my stride length seems more than it was yesterday. Still getting a dull ache though, around about mid hamstring. Yeah, it's just letting me know that it's not quite right. Just to keep everything nice and gentle, just run a few miles at a time, and then take each day as it comes. So I don't want to rush it, you know, if I want to get myself in the start line of the Weybridge 10k. So I'm just going to continue with the stretching, and then as it improves, obviously add some more stretches to it. So anyway, I'm going to get back on with a run, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. So how's it feeling today? Well, last night when I was in bed, it was feeling kind of like I've been to the gym and worked out a muscle that I've not used before. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Maybe I've activated that glute and it's finally working. So today I thought I'd try and increase the mileage, maybe 4 to 6 miles. We'll just see how we feel. Just taking it nice and gentle. Obviously there's part of me that wants to be doing a tempo session, gagging to do it, but I know that's not the way to do it. So it's going to take it nice and easy and then see how it feels tomorrow after I've done the run. So it is tough, holding yourself back when you want to run faster, but if I want to improve, that's the only way that I can do it. But I'm going to be honest, I was almost expecting more after seeing the chiropractor. I thought I'd be firing on all cylinders by now, but obviously the injury was a lot worse than what I thought it was. So anyway, I'll tell you how I get on after the run. I only run 4 miles today. To be honest, a little disappointed. This is my doubling the actual mileage for this week from any other run, and honestly it doesn't feel a lot different to when I went to the chiropractor. So obviously the length of the run is going to be an issue, so I think the best thing to do is just to take tomorrow off, ice it, and then just assess it from there. But I suppose they're not miracle workers, the chiropractors, and obviously it depends how bad the injury is to start with. So I'm just going to take it easy, and then maybe see how I get on Thursday, or if not, leave it till Friday. So fingers crossed.
So I don't often sit on my kitchen floor, but I'm not running today because, as I mentioned yesterday, taking a day off just to give my kind of hamstring glute time to recover. So today I'm just going to continue with the exercises, the bridge exercises. Going to do 1 times 15, so I'm not overdoing it, and use the I call this my tyre roller, because you'd be proud to have that on your car, just to find a kind of sore spot just to concentrate on. So let's get on with the exercises. So I'm going to try and going forward to incorporate, especially the kind of rolling out a bit more often. I must admit, I put my hands up, I am pretty slack when it comes to that. Normally I grab, these type of things or a tennis ball when I've got the problem. So I think going forward, it's good to do this so I don't get the problem rather than waiting to use it until I've got that problem, if that sort of makes sense. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's see how we get on tomorrow. Hoping to go for a run tomorrow, but let's just play it by ear. There's no rush. Yes, I have got a race coming up, but if I have to treat it as a training run or defer my place, so be it. So let's roll on tomorrow.
Needed to know if I can do the Weybridge 10k, and so I thought to go out just kind of progressive 5k. Fitness levels are definitely not there, but still managed to run it in about 21 minutes. Pushed it from kind of low 7s down to kind of 6:20s. So good news in regards to my hamstring, the tendonitis. But I did actually read last night. I was speaking online to Lee, who has got a YouTube channel called Pursue Purpose. So check out his channel, and he sent me some stretches, and he'd had the same injury. So if you don't know what hamstring tendonitis is, it's where the hamstring joins the bone at the top. And when you sit down for long periods of time, you get kind of numb bum cheek. If you're in the car for a long time, you get kind of shooting pains in the hamstring. And when you run, you kind of get a pain between kind of mid hamstring and sometimes the kind of bottom of the glute. And so I kind of read more about it. Honestly, when you read about it, if it's serious, it can take 6 months to heal, and I might not be running. Something I really need to keep on top of. Reading about it is that you can look at it on a pain scale of 1 to 10. So mine, I've had the same pain even today. I don't even know if it's a pain. It's more of an irritant stroke pain. So it must be quite low, maybe 3 out of 10. And apparently if it's low down the scale, you can continue to run. But you do need to strengthen it. And thinking back to when I had Achilles problems a couple of years ago, they said I've got a weak left glute. So it's kind of like my body saying to me, look, you just need to deal with this now. So I'm constantly working on my left glute, strengthening exercises, stretching exercises, and also working on my form. So when you've got the tendinitis, it says that if you want to recover, one, you need to listen to your body, listen to the pain, avoid hills, avoid intervals, which is how I managed to obviously hurt it more when I was doing the 200 repeats, and also work on your form. So no hill striking, which I'm prone to. So it's almost like my body's saying to me, Chris, you need to do this if you want to continue and improve. So going forward, I believe I'm going to do the Weybridge 10K. Whether I treat it as a fun run, we'll see how I feel on the day. Fitness wise, I said it's not quite there. Hopefully about to run a sub 40, but we'll see. And I just need to, as I say, just listen to my body and take every day as it comes. So tomorrow, yes, this probably wasn't an ideal session today, but I just wanted to see, one, what sort of fitness I'm in, and two, how is it? Is it kind of an injury where I need to stop running completely, or is it an injury where I can run through it? It's always that kind of difficult decision, isn't it, when you kind of have to make that, are you making it worse? But if I continue with the stretches and continue with this strengthening, hopefully it'll improve. Let's say just to avoid the hills and the intervals, and hopefully I can get through this, because when you hear or you read stories about it lasting for 6 months, it's a long old injury. But if I have to take some time off, I have to take some time off. I'm no spring chicken. So hopefully, touch wood. There we go, we touched that. Maybe a bit of wood up there. We'll see how it is tomorrow. So today is just a gentle recovery run. Thought I'd actually run to my local sports shop that's got a runner's needs in to pick up a new hamstring support. So the one I've got is kind of really cheap, but surprisingly they didn't have one, so wasted journey. But I was planning to do 3 miles anyway, so hopefully tomorrow when I pick up my race number from the Weybridge Sports Shop, they'll have one there. So I will speak to you tomorrow. It's Saturday, it's cold, but it's not snowing like the rest of the UK, and the winds are not too bad. We got storm coming in the UK, but say the southeast seems to have got away with it. So I thought I'd run a bit quicker to pick up my race number in Weybridge. It's about 3.5-4 miles away, and then back again just to stay warm. Also managed to get myself a hamstring support off a good old Amazon. It's actually a growing one as well, so hopefully protect the whole area, and it's supposed to be for hamstring tendinitis. Right, so I'm off to Weybridge Sports, and I will see you then. Run done, another pickup done, and finally got to meet Matt, who's the original race director. Really nice guy. Been chatting to him online beforehand about sorting some stuff out. So, and also, if you are in the Weybridge area, check out the store, the Weybridge Sports. Oh, I can barely talk, my lips are so cold. They say they've got some great stock. The reason I'm so cold is the weather changed on the way back. It's got really cold, started raining, the wind picked up, so not enjoyable, but pleased I got it done. It was an undulating course over 7 miles. Obviously stopped off halfway, I tried to make it a little bit of a kind of fartlek session, but I think all my miles were around about the same. Ended up doing 7 miles at 6:57 pace. It was tough going out there today, so pleased I got tomorrow off. Let me know how your week's gone in the comments, and if you've got any races coming up, and I will speak to you next week. Onwards and upwards. Cheers.